Welcome in, guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Angie from Rescue Me. Rescue Me? Keep saying that, Recover Me. Seems to be a split in that flame all week. I'll just show you. So funny. See, I don't know, can you see that? It's so bright. Maybe not. Yeah, it's like another flame trying to spin off over here. Okay, let's cleanse the energy out. Welcome in. This channel is here. I was encouraged by Spirit to bring forward messages of encouragement, empowerment, healing and hope for you all in addiction recovery. So this is only one of my few first ones. So here we go. We're going to read the third step prayer today. God, I offer myself to thee, to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. Now, as I've said before in my channel, on this channel, I've not been brought up with a strict religious background or anything, but the program has so many gifts through that big book that I'm reading, and I've read a couple of times already, I suppose. But this wisdom, that I wouldn't have ever thought it was in the structured Christian, Catholicism, I suppose, here in Ireland is what I should have been sort of reared with. And I was in school, but there wasn't any major push at home other than the grandmother, So, I've been around spirituality all my life, though, in other capacities. I've always felt the connection, and I've just started to feed it more this year than ever. And so I have another channel you can check out there in the description box as well, and I do tarot card readings for all the zodiac signs. And on here then I thought that this is more appropriate for my sobriety journey. That thing that they say as well in recovery, that you can't keep what you don't give away. So when the guidance came from Spirit, I believe in Spirit, in my guides, in a higher power, the higher self, all of that, and universal and unity kind of energy as well. So I'm kind of a bit over here and a bit over there, but I know what I'm talking about, or people are talking about when people speak of higher power. So let's get in here and have a look. Holy Spirit, holy angels, and spirit guides, and passed on loved ones, angels and ancestors, join us in this reading and protect us with your energies. Only allow messages of love, light and hope and healing into this space for our collective here today. Show us what they need to know, what they need to hear. These are timeless readings as well, you guys. There's the strength card. I had that on the pre-shuffle. Sometimes they just fly out across the room. Sorry about that. But there's your influencing card. The strength to be out of a lack situation, maybe. So if you're new here, welcome in. If you like this reading, do share in the comments. It's always good to hear a bit of what you need to focus on is getting through clearer, calmer waters, guys. So do share and like the content, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I post another reading for you guys. So it's important to engage with the channel. The algorithm also likes that. The lovers is in the recent past there, guys, I noticed. And that can speak of a connection in love. It can speak of a decision to be made in the past, recently. It can talk of connection with a loved one, a friendship. Wow, look, this card came out upside down, guys. And I don't usually get, I don't include. Got to look at that. That's very interesting. We have to dig in there deep. We will get clarification on all these cards once I get the initial spread here. But this is my oldest tarot deck and it is a smaller bunch of cards, but yeah, you'll see yourself comparing to some of the other decks I'd be using. I'm much more comfortable with this one, and it is also very much more comfortable for me. So I picked this deck for you guys today. Well, Spirit guided me to pick it for you, so we can get your messages out. So let's have a look and see what's going on with you guys. We've got the Knight of Cups at the back of the deck. Now, Cups energy is water signs, so it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In the centre here though, so far we've got the Strength card with somebody feeling in a lack mindset, and the Strength card is Leo energy. But this is overcoming. Look at the beast she's overcoming, and she's such an angelic person, and I see you as being this person here, overcoming things with your kindness and your strength being your kindness, not a weakness, which often people perceive it as. You've also got two people here. This card, Five of Pentacles, is about, you know, earth energy when you're talking about the Pentacles energy. So this could be an earth sign in your realm. And where are my signs? I can't always remember each and every one of them, but an earth sign is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, yeah. And it need not be, right? Anytime I mention a sign, you could have them anywhere in your chart, or they may or may not be within your realm, you know what I mean? But this looks like you're feeling out in the cold. Say this is you, right? And there you are. You're feeling like you've been thrown out of this building here, and that they have everything in there. It's got the Five Pentacles on it. And then also that you're in the care of somebody who is not, you know, who's very dependent on you by the looks of things. You know, somebody who's not very well, maybe they have an illness, maybe they have another addiction, or maybe you're feeling like this wounded person that you're dragging out of, you know, this other person that's been cast out from maybe a society. It could be people. Pentacles speaking in earth energy, you could be talking about getting kicked out of a job, out of a house, out of a place you live, out of a home, out of a family, you know, all those things. So yeah, this is a lack mentality anyway, a feeling that, you know, you've been excluded from something, that you've been left out in the cold, quite literally. And strength then is about overcoming that, of course. But you want to have the strength to bear or endure this, if this is something you want to do at the moment. Maybe you are helping somebody else with difficulty, and it's like because of your kindness towards them that you've been cast out of a home or a whatever. So you take what resonates and leave the rest for all of my readings, guys. I'll just twist this around here a bit. I noticed can I move the camera even? God, I'm afraid of this camera stand. It's so rubbish. Is that any better? Oh, no. I think that's a bit better, is it? Right, we'll keep going. Now I don't have to twist the mat. Okay. This is easier. I'll just leave him on top there. So anyway, we're going to focus on the Knight of Cups, water sign coming in, and it's like he's got wings there on the top of his helmet. So this is a person coming in with an offer of love, and they're coming in quick, not too fast, but it's an offer of love, an offer of emotion, kindness coming towards you. Or this could be you wanting to make a gesture of, it's about action as well. When you see a knight, it's always about action. You can see a Knight of Swords there, he moves the fastest, and a Knight of Wands moves second fastest, third fastest. Pentacles then is the slowest. And look, you have all the knights out today. It's a lot of action, so knights are action, wands are about action. This is good. So clarify the Strength card with the Five of Pentacles, please, Spirit. What have we got there to clarify this for our collective today in recovery? Let's see. The Star card is at the back of the deck there, which is Aquarius energy. Again, it could be you, it could be somebody else. It talks about hope, healing, renewal. It talks about wish fulfillment or reaching for your goals. Yeah, hope and positivity, though, is the other side of the Star card, and that's under the deck. So I like to see that, you know, trying to keep our hope alive in recovery is a lot. Gosh, you have some strong cards under this deck. Look at Star, Magician, the Sun. Whoa, guys, let's see what comes up. Sure, let's keep going. Yeah, but it is, I've very much seen this in my own recovery journey, that the Star card, I love to see it appear. It's like, great, I'm healing something, and there's hope as well, you know. So it is that feeling of, you know, there's something here in these cards when they come. Spirit just guides me to bring them through. I'm just a messenger, I feel, but at the same time I absorb a lot of the good energy that you bring forward by assembling, by being interactive with the channel as well, and it kind of gives me a bit more motivation to keep going with them. And every day I feel there's more energies involved, or I'm speaking to a larger collective. It's very hard to describe, it's weird, but yeah, I think you'll understand. So yeah, okay, the Three of Cups here is a card of celebration. You can see there's three people there. It could be three generations. They have to be male or female, of course. It doesn't have to be male or doesn't have to be female, as it's illustrated here in the card is what I mean. This in the tarot, it's always gender, whatever gender it applies to, whoever they are. Doesn't have to be three people, but the Three of Cups, it just represents a card of celebration, coming together with people of the same kind of mindset as you, and just gathering. And feel the message here in the present moment is, because that's the position of this card, is you having the strength to help somebody maybe in need, and to also come away from that energy that you didn't absorb, but more so that you were strong throughout. And you come out with a strength, maybe even a lesson of being felt cast out, feeling like you didn't have enough of something like money, energy, time, and that's what Pentacles always speak to, is any of those things. And then the clarifying card then is the result of that being, that there are three people here celebrating, and they're all, of the same sort of wavelength. So this is a card of, should be, if you're not celebrating a victory here of some kind, well, you should be, that you came through something really tough. You had to use your strength and courage, and yeah, it could have gone very wrong, but in fact the Three of Cups is saying that you came out triumphant in this regard. So that is really positive, guys. So yeah, do comment below and tell me if these messages are helpful or hopeful. Whatever they mean to you, or even just leave me an emoji. Your interaction also claims this energy of this reading when you interact with just leaving a comment and a thumbs up, and liking, subscribing, anything like that. It's always encouraging. So we have the Six of Swords. I love to see this, and this is in your focus, what to focus on position. So Six of Swords talks about moving from being in a tumultuous time where your mind, the swords are about your mind, where things were choppy waters. You can see it there on the surface, and they're moving off. This gang are heading off in the direction of calmer waters, and quite literally this is it. You're coming out of a stormy time maybe in your life and moving forward, and that's what you need to focus on at the moment. You might be traveling with a group, with a family, something like that, because there's three people all together on that boat. That's all I'm saying there. So yeah, the Seven of Pentacles then, this is it, getting, stuck into your work and just starting to see the fruits of your labour. Like, you need to focus on it, whatever it is that you're working on at the moment. You might have a project on the go. You could be gardening. You could be, trying to bring something into the world. It can be a job, if you're working hard at a job and you're starting to begin to see the beginnings of the results of something after you've tranted a good bit already. Maybe you're there a little while, it could be 6 months, something like that. But yeah, for me, that's my recovery. I'm 5 months, nearly 6 months clean, and it's like I'm starting to see the crumbs, from the amount of work, I've been putting in and trying to show up for, and all of the rest of it. But the thing in recovery, it's all about what you put in, you will get out. It's often what they say as well, and often more is what you get back out, really. So at the back of the deck, this is not usually a nice card to see. It's the Five of Swords, and I have to mention it here when it's in this position. We just clarified, and under the back of the deck you got the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords speaks of conflict. You can see this guy here is kind of cleaning up a mess after there was some kind of a fight, argument, trouble with other people, and it's like moving away from that argumentative energy. With the Six of Swords here is good, and you're actually doing yourself a good favour here. You're moving towards a place where there's productivity, where there could have been battles before, and now you're seeing that there's actually fruits of your labour to be had. So this looks really good. In the recent past, got the Lover's card, which I say could be a love connection, of course, but it also can be a card of having to make a choice. So let's see, what have we got for the Lovers card here today, please? Spirit, for this collective. What do we have for the Lovers card? It's definitely you. Page of Pentacles. This looks good. 10 of Wands at the back of the deck. This looks like each one of these is a responsibility or a burden, and this is you carrying the weight of the world quite literally on your shoulders, thinking that it's all you that should be carrying it, which often we're very wrong. We don't know how to delegate. If you're anything like me, you don't. And it's like you just take on too much, you know what I mean? And it's like, crikey, what am I doing to myself? And this at 10 means you're at the end of this and you're not putting up with it anymore. There's no more sticks or wands you can add to this pack here. And this is a choice point for you, which could be with the Lovers in the recent past. You chose to lay down that load and say, well, you know what? This is not my energy. This is not what I need to be. Like, I was never supposed to be in charge of whatever it was. I was never responsible for all this. You place it where it fits, you guys. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Lovers is almost a choice to leave that behind and go after something new in the real world, which is completely along the line of what we were saying there. This is you getting into action here in the recent past, starting something here, sowing a seed in the real world. That's what they're planting a seed in the real world to invest in something and for yourself, you know. Pentacles is always about investing energy, you know what I mean? So yeah, investing energy in something for you is what I see here. If it's a relationship thing, I always have to say it because there are a couple here and they're calling themselves the Lovers. And number 6 is the Lovers card in the major arcana in tarot. And it's like whatever you're doing in this relationship in the recent past, it was about focusing on you, I feel, because this person is looking away from the couple. You see, he's kind of facing off that way. And it's like, no matter what commitment you're in, be it friendship or partnership of any kind, I think, yeah, that's one thing we always forget, and I know I do as well, just forgetting to pour into your own cup, because, you know, you are you outside of the couple situation. And I can be desperate sometimes, almost like a child, you know, like the teens. I'm so besotted in first love attitude and all of that lark, I kind of forget the rest. So yeah, it could be something that you've been doing anyway. This is the recent past. What we have down here, this position, is the energy supporting you. And this is gas because it's another card of celebration. Your 6 of Wands there. And as you saw in the present situation, you've got the 3 of Cups. That's a card of celebration and victory. This is a card of celebration and victory with your 6 of Wands and also the Page of Swords as well. So the Page of Swords, again, you have to look at the orientation. He is facing this 6 of Wands character, and it's like public recognition here might be a thing as well, or being in the public eye, because there's a lot of people there and it's quite a public place. And using your voice is coming through as well, because look at the Page of Swords is about using your voice. It can be about memories, thoughts as well, but I see it here as, you know, you did something to influence this. Page of Swords is a messenger, so maybe you spoke to somebody and said, you know, I've recently had a brilliant whatever in my recovery, or, you know, in my life, and just celebrating yourself and telling other people here will tell me, yeah, you did speak out and say that you're quite proud of your achievement. And it's like you're holding the sword of truth here. That's the sword's energy. And it also could be an air sign again, Aquarius, Libra. Can't remember, Gemini. I got it. I'm learning these things, you see, as I go. You might notice this channel is only a week old, but anyway, not even. Knight of Swords in your near future. This is such a great reading. I love it. There's another card here, and I have to mention that it was pulled when I got the Page of Swords at the back of the deck. It arrived. So this is the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups talks about walking away. You can see a person walking away there, and it's like they put in all these efforts into all these cups, and it could be 8 different friendships, connections, you know, investments emotionally, anyways, what it means when there's cups around. But it's like, it's with reluctance that they're leaving this behind them. But, you know, don't feel like whatever it was, I have to say this to you, that you invested in previously, that emotionally that you invested in previously, don't ever think that it was for nothing. It's always for something. Those 8 cups, they always, you know, have lessons. If it doesn't turn out to be, you know, love, it could be a lesson. That's what I have to tell you, you know. So yeah, don't let that stuff bring you down. If anything, it should empower you for to learn and apply what you've learned in the past. You've had to learn your lessons, and that's what we're here for as well. Spirit keeps saying, this to me this week. It's about, we're here to learn, and something will keep occurring for you, and until you learn the lesson from it, Spirit is just keep putting it in your path. Knight of Swords, so coming in the near future, which is really fast energy. I love to see a bit of speed in the thing. And then we have the Devil, haha, and look at the Emperor, beautiful at the back of the card. The Emperor is a leader, can be a boss. This can be you standing in your power, saying, this is my world, and you're just here to, you're just living in it. But yeah, he's very much a ruler kind of an energy here, and it's a card of Aries, and Aries is about action and, equality. It comes through as well with that. So it's male or female, it doesn't matter what it is in the card. It doesn't, it can apply to you no matter who you are. Yeah, fiery energy, very driven, ambitious, very much the leader of the pack. So this could be you in the capacity of the leader of a household, leader of a house of any kind, any family, any workplace, anything like that. Knight of Swords running towards you in the present. Look, this is a very fast energy moving in, and it's the Devil that's coming. So yeah, the Devil is addictions, it's bad habits, it's temptation, it's anything like that. But the Devil card is also Scorpio energy, so there might be a Scorpio in your realm and that they are flying in with something to say. The Knight of Swords is not just about fast movements, it's about moving straight in. You can tell somebody something really quickly and tell them the truth and let them get clarity with the sword of knowledge, So see how that resonates with you. There might be somebody coming in to tell you about there's bad influences here, the temptation of people, and temptation to be doing things from watching too much telly to smoking crack if you want, just biting your nails, eating too much, not exercising enough, all these bad habits and bad connections, and also bad thought patterns comes in there, especially when it's a Knight of Swords. The swords are about your thoughts. And this could be exactly it. In the near future, you're going to have a challenge regarding negative thoughts, and just to be aware of it. I might pull another card actually on this. The Emperor, though, showing up at the back of the deck, tells me that you're going to be like sitting in a seat of authority here regarding these two energies. In fact, I don't think we need another card. It's like you'll boss the crap out of this. Excuse me for my language, but I feel like, yeah, when you see that Devil energy, that temptation, you're going to hit it with a lot of home truths, because you're not afraid. When you're the Emperor, you're not afraid to stand up for yourself and stand for your boundaries. So I love that. Thank you, Spirit. That was brilliant. So this is guidance from Spirit down here. Let's have a look and see what we get from Spirit to clarify. Gorgeous. This is perfect. Page of Wands at the back of the deck. This is fire energy coming towards you. Maybe there's a messenger coming, or you're getting a message of, inspiration in your mind, for example. Something that you'd love to do, in the real world, that'll fire you up and light you up, because Wands is fire energy again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the fire signs there. So guidance from Spirit. We can't ignore the fact this Five of Cups came in upside down. So Five of Cups, when it's normally on its right side up, it's about, let's just look at this for a second by itself. If you can see, there's 3 cups filled there and there's 2 behind him, and he can't even see those 2 cups. He's also looking across the water and looking at a place that he'd like to be, which is a comfortable looking large building or house, right? You can't see a way across, but look over there, there's a bridge. This is all about missed opportunities because you're focused on something else, and it's also about don't be crying over spilt milk and the lessons and the things you still have, so you can always rebuild, because there are always these 2 cups standing up. Emotionally then, because it's cup energy, it could be emotional investments that failed. All you can think about is these 3 lying down on the thing and there's no hope and I can't go anywhere. It's also in a state of mourning as well, maybe with that garb. But it's been disappointed. It's a message of feeling rejected. Disappointed definitely is coming from that. So it's despair. So when you turn it upside down, guys, guess what happens? It's the end of that. You're coming out of a place of regret and disappointment. And this Queen of Swords has come in and she's wielding her sword like this knight. It's almost perfectly fluid the way this is going. And it's like, oh yeah, try me. She's super intelligent, the Queen of Swords. Your guidance from Spirit is to be this sort of energy, and male or female again, it's just the energy of the card to embody this. It's very like the Emperor energy. This is a boss energy. This is somebody who is not afraid to say. She doesn't mince her words. There's a butterfly at the bottom there as well, if you can see it, and I can't stop looking at it. So this is about your transformation. This is about your change that you're doing for the better. Yeah, so swords then being not afraid to say what you want and mean what you say, right? You're not afraid to mince your words. You don't suffer fools gladly. Excuse me. You know, you're able to stand up for your boundaries, stick up for yourself, and not take any crap from anybody, if you know what I mean. She's so intelligent, like unbelievable, and learned so much so far. So your guidance from Spirit is, she's literally pointing at this Five of Cups in the reverse, and it's like, for goodness sake, people, look what you've done. You've turned, this is what you call alchemy, turning your troubles into something beautiful, a prize, a jewel, a gem, something that can, you know, propel you forward in life. It's like using the worst things that ever happened to you and just turning them into some form of treasure, as in the lessons you got from it can be converted to treasure. You can write a book, write your story, tell the world what you've been through, because they really need this upbeat energy, you know they do. And just speaking out, like this is all about speaking out. It's like your bad thoughts don't govern you anymore. She's also got her back face to the devil there, like that Knight of Swords knocking him the hell down. It's like you're facing this mourning creature that's in total regret and disappointment, and you're like, no way. She's striking down that sword of truth, and she's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't live here anymore. Guys, you should be so proud. I can't emphasize enough. You should be so proud that card came out upside down. It's probably the only card that's upside down in the whole goddamn deck. I don't build in, and a lot of tarot readers do. They put in some cards, you know, they mix the cards, and that's why they shuffle. They actually flip maybe half the deck upside down and mix them in just to kind of, you know, take the negatives as well. And I don't do that. So this is the universe talking to you. Hola. It's like a wake-up call. You've done this, and that's healing. And that's healing at its finest. You should be so proud. I know I am proud of you. The Knight of Pentacles then is your card which tells you what the energy is around you, and this is about taking things slow, doing the first right thing, as they say in addiction. Every day doing something right, just every day doing something right, and doing maybe the same thing diligently. They be telling us in recovery, in the meetings and that, pray, get your meditations, get your meetings, and if you do, you know, the one right thing or the next right thing all of the time, you will see the results. This is about somebody who never gives up. They give it something every single day. It's about taking care of that little pentacle there that we spoke of since the start. Page of Pentacles. We had 7 up here, and now the Knight of Pentacles. So it is about, you know, pouring into that cup of yours. You've healed here, which is absolutely marvellous, and now you don't take any crap from anybody, and you just put it into yourself gradually every day. Put out the next right thing every day. Give things your best effort every day in some or just one capacity, like I said. And I know it sounds simple. Some days I can't even get out of bed to brush my teeth, guys. I know, right? Page of Wands then, yeah. Okay, we've got to keep going here. Knight of Pentacles. I'll have your heads warped with the amount of talk. Check me as well in the comments, would you, for goodness sake, if I'm rabbiting on too long. I do try and explain the cards as much as I can to you, because, you know, I'm aware some people are just brand new to looking at tarot readings. They may never have seen the, you know, different energies before. So I try not to go into too much of it if some of you are sick of that. And look at that. Have we got this card already? Guys, this is flipping powerful stuff. Look at that. What did I just say? He's moving towards this thing of dropping this load, that 10 wands. It doesn't belong to him. He doesn't live here anymore. This is another lack mindset, thinking that you have to do everything in the world. Maybe that you can't delegate. You've taken on the responsibility of other people's feelings, emotions. And that Knight of Pentacles there, you know, is just telling me, yeah, he's dealing with these trials and tribulations in his life. But he's doing them one by one. We can't take on the world in a day, as they say in recovery, all day long. And I love that. This is so empowering and so beautiful, guys. I can't tell you. King of Cups at the back of the deck. This is like you being totally emotionally balanced. You know what I mean? You can see a raft here in the water, and the water is bopping around, but he's sitting so still and stern. He's got his cup of love. He continuously pours into it. He's stable emotionally, completely stable. The King of Emotions. Wow. Can we get a card to clarify the Knight of Wands, please, Spirit? I love this. Knight of Wands is coming in fast, wanting to take action quickly. Wheel of Fortune, guys, come on. The luckiest card in the deck. Yeah. This is you marching towards success, towards the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Karma turning in your favour. You guys, this is so good, you know. You're turning your luck around, as I used to say, turn this plane around when I was flying because of the fear of flying. Yeah, this is it though. You know, hopes or fears here. It's like you're absolutely hopeful. You've got a fire in your belly there. Knight of Wands. It's a fast moving knight. You're moving into action, and that's exactly it. And you're taking the wheel here and moving the world. You know the way they're saying, don't be trying to drive the boat. This is the only way you can do it, is with your actions in the world, what you do to work the program, to help yourselves, guys. This is so empowering. Got the 7 of Cups. Oh yeah, look at, sorry. 777 might mean something. I just realised 7 Cups, 7 Pentacles, and 7 Swords. Look up that angel number 777. I know it's a very angelic number, like, you know, it's very synchronous as well. Kind of says to me, you're doing the right thing, you know what I mean? But the 7 Swords here is a card of trickery usually, and sneaking or hiding things. And it could be, you know, you've got all these strings to your bow. You don't have to share it all with everybody, but I think, you know, there's a certain amount of energy we need to hold back, and he's about holding back his energy, not going forward too fast, too far. It's a marathon, not a sprint, comes into mind here when I see that Knight of Pentacles over there. And, you know, take things at your pace. You don't have to tell everybody everything that you're doing anymore either, which I used to feel an addiction. I had to explain and over-explain, and people used to be actually worried about me because of them explaining, and I used to be worried if I didn't explain to the nth degree, you know. So that's something I'm unlearning, you know, and that's for me is recovery, is unlearning what's been just not doing me any favours in the past. Wow, lads, I love to see this. The Hanged Man, it talks about a new perspective. Card of Pisces. This guy's hanging from the tree to get illumination, to learn something by looking at it from a different perspective. And like for me in recovery, it's been that thing of listening to people in their shares. It's given me another spin on my own story, quite literally another perspective on my own situation that I just couldn't see it from without that group, you know, or groups. So this 7 of Cups in your potential outcome, guys, if you choose to follow the guidance in this message, it's like the universe providing you with a golden opportunity here is all I see with this Ace of Wands. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's like them giving you inspiration for something to do. It's like they're planting an idea in your head for something brilliant you can achieve. And when it's coming out to clarify this 7 of Cups, which to me talks sometimes about confusion or overwhelm, but in this case it's so triumphant. It's like now the world is your oyster. You can choose any of these beautiful options, you know, that have been presented to you. So you might feel a bit overwhelmed with it, but there are going to be so many choices, things opening up for you, and I think also the universe will inspire you in that choice, and you won't not struggle. So guys, this has been just fabulous. I want to say thank you so much for bringing your energy forward today. And yeah, I love that. I'm going to read the prayer again, and I hope you don't mind. I'm going on a bit now, 30 minutes. Sorry now. The prayer was the third step prayer, wasn't it? Where did it go to? I'm hopeless. It's at the back of the book, that's why. God, I offer myself to Thee, to build with me and to do with me as Thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do Thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of Thy power, Thy love, and Thy way of life. May I do Thy will always. Okay, folks, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how happy I am. I'm nearly going to cry, but I won't, okay? And I'll see you all again. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give me a little comment or emoji, whatever you like, in the comment section. I love you all. Bye.